This is Jonathan Aggie, your fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Mark Tibbs. We're here at the rematch press conference for Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen, which happens on May 17th at the Copper Box. Mark, how are you, first of all?
Lovely, Jonathan. Good to see you, mate, in this beautiful, lovely building. What a building. I was here before with I've been here once before, I should say, with Eddie didn't mention it, actually. He didn't mention it. It was Dillian Whyte versus the Australian fella. Lucas Brown, yeah, I remember that being here. But fantastic building, lovely, history. Yeah, it's good.
Well, Mark, talk to us about Johnny rematching Dave Allen. I remember Dave saying at the time he wasn't sure that a rematch would be a good idea for Johnny, things like that. When did you realise that this would be a good idea?
Well, to be fair, at that time, I didn't want to seem too eager, and this is what I wanted, to get the juices flowing, yeah, and to you know, we got the official result, as in we got the W, and a lot of people feel differently, so they get it again.
How did you assess Johnny's performance in the first fight?
Yeah, as I say, I watched it. I wasn't in a rush to watch it until I heard Jamie Moore, the coach of Dave. He said, "Listen, it wasn't a robbery," so I wasn't in a rush to watch it. But obviously, I watched it in my own time, and it was a close fight. But I felt Johnny won that fight. He won that fight. I watched it. We watched it as a team together, and yeah. But listen, it was what it was, and now we get it again. And both sides will go away and brush up on stuff that they should have done and and didn't do, and vice versa. So it's going to be a good fight, especially at Stratford and all. Stratford, man. I made my amateur debut in Stratford, Dockland Settlement Centre. Yeah. So the home of West Ham United and all. UFC.
It's down the road.
ICF, sorry.
Yeah, right down the road from the Copper Box. So Mark, we know you've trained Dillian Whyte for a rematch, and he made the adjustments to win that. What adjustments does Johnny need to make, in your opinion, to be successful again?
Well, listen, it's unfair for me to discuss with you itself. I've got Dave standing right next to me. But listen, there are a couple of adjustments that he needs to make. But let me tell you something. I've been in the gym a couple of times with him now, and through that fight he went through with David, he will grow as an individual. He will grow as a person. It will click. Things that I've said over the years since I've been with Johnny, 4 years, might be even longer than 4 years now, it would have clicked in the Dave Allen one fight, 100%. And he would have learned from that. And as I say, we're back. We've been back in the gym, and the ways come back in the camp. I'm very, very happy the way he's just fallen back in the camp, and yeah, as I say, I can't say too much. I've got his enemy next door to me.
You've got Giorgio Visioli on the April 19th card. Looked impressive last time out of the Indigo. Takes a step up here against Kane Baker, who's been in with a lot of guys. Talks to us about Giorgio and the progress he's made so far, because he's looked really impressive.
Yeah, no, Giorgio, he's a very, very good fighter. He's a very good fighter. It's all there. Everything that you could dream of in a prospect is in Giorgio Visioli. And it's all about experience and getting the right coaching, the right sparring to bring him along. But I like what Kane said up there. He's got big nuts, and he likes that, which he says you don't see a lot in a lot of fighters today. So credit to Kane for noticing that. But Kane's gonna give Giorgio a run for his money. But Giorgio Visioli is a fantastic fighter. He's great to work with. He's actually coming to Las Vegas tomorrow with me for some sparring. So yeah.
Slick southpaw. Does he remind your dad of the days when he worked with Billy Joe?
Well, listen, when I first started with Giorgio, after about 3 or 4 sessions, I says to my old man in front of Giorgio, "Listen, son, you are better than Billy Joe Saunders." And listen, Billy Joe Saunders is and was a great fighter, great boxer, intelligent, smart. But Giorgio's got that He's got that. He's a little bit stronger than Billy was. It's there's areas which is unfair for me to talk about. But listen, I can't make comparisons, and I won't make comparisons. But he's as good as Billy Joe Saunders. I'll tell you that now.
Mark, before we talk about the rest of your stable, I do just want to talk about the Ben Eubank press conferences last week. What did you make of all of that? It caught everyone's imagination.
Sorry, the Eubank and Ben too.
Yeah.
Great fight. Looking forward to that at last. Can't wait for that. I think when it was made in the first time it was made, I was a little bit sceptical because of the weight differences. I didn't think the two coaches could come to terms, but we're here now. 3 years down the line, right? Yeah. They're here, so yeah, great fight. Can't wait for that. They don't need their fathers to carry this at all. They can carry it by themselves. But it's very it makes it interesting that the fathers. It's madness that their fathers fought 20, 30 years ago. It's mental. Brilliant fight. Can't wait for that.
It's part of why you're so excited because of like the history, I guess, you and your dad have with the Benns and the Eubanks.
Well, my dad trained Nigel for one of them fights. They got the draw, right? Yeah. So I lived through them times, and yeah. So it's a special time for myself as a fan in this fight. Yeah, for sure.
If you're Conor Benn, what does he have to do to go up 2 weight classes and beat Eubank?
Well, listen, look, fights are won and lost on the scales most of the time. You get me? Not most of the time, but fights are won and lost on the scales. Unless you're in the camp and you're around the camp, it's difficult to make judgments. But listen, Ben's got the ferocity and he's got the art and the ferocity and art and all of that. He's got and he has looked good. He has looked good of late. When he was active. What's his name? The other guy, Eubanks. For me, he's been a little bit inactive, but he's an hard fucker and all. I'll tell you what. When his old man sent him out to New York, I forget who he was with now, but he was out in New York. His old man's conditioned him. His old man. I like the job that both their fathers have done on their kids. I like Eubank, the way he talks. I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off here now, but I like him. I can't say I dislike him. And Ben, and he reminds me of his old man. You know what I mean? He reminds me of his old man. So yeah, great fight, great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
And then just circling back to your gym, what's the latest with everyone else, the likes of John Hedges, Tommy Fletcher, etc.? Yeah,
John Hedges is back in the gym. He's looking a lot trimmer now, and I'm hearing there's going to be an announcement soon. So he's got a pretty big fight for where he's at in his career to be announced very soon. Can't mention it until you guys, till Matchroom mention it. Who else? Tommy Fletcher is back in the gym. He's Tommy Fletcher actually, and Tommy Fletcher and Johnny Hedges today sparring with Joe Joyce. So a little bit of a sparring for them over there today. As I say, I'm going to Las Vegas tomorrow with Giorgio Visioli and Johnny Fisher for a couple of weeks, for 2 or 3 weeks. We've got some sparring over there. And I've got to mention my Instagram account got hacked. Whoever's responding to Tid Boxing London, it ain't me. Giorgio, come here. Come here. They're calling the new Lomachenko.
He was just saying that Jimmy says you are actually better than Billy Joe was. You're both slick southpaw. That's a pretty good compliment.
Listen, let me
100%, especially from Jimmy and Mark. You know what I mean? Especially when they've coached him, it means a lot. But yeah, just words, innit?
Yeah. Well, listen. No. I will say he's a fine prospect and one to watch and tune in on the when you find
April 19th.
April 19th. He's coming to Vegas with me tomorrow for some sparring.
Who are you sparring? Do you know yet?
No, not yet. But yeah, no, it'd be good. Very good experience out out there in Vegas, like top ranked gym and all that. So looking forward to it.
Just a quick one on your last fight. What a great performance at the Indigo. Just reflect on it.
Yeah, very good performance. Very durable opponent. Took pretty much everything I had. Managed to make him quit on the stool, which I wouldn't say rare, but for a Mexican, you know what I mean, they like to keep their pride. But yeah, no, it was a very good performance, and I think it's one of the best performances I've had so far. And a great corner as well. I had a great corner: Jimmy, Mark, Sonny, Steve, and looking forward to April 19th against Kane Baker.
Well done. Mañana.
See you Saturday.
See you in the morning. 1 o'clock, Heathrow Airport. Cut that out.
No, don't cut it out.
see you at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, Heathrow Airport. Chat with you later. Well done. Well done, Giorgio. Good interview, by the way. Well done.
Mark, where do they follow you on Instagram now?
They can follow me at Mark Tibbs Boxing. Just straight, Mark Tibbs Boxing. Tibbs Boxing London's been hacked. Yeah. Don't respond. Report for me, please.
Mark, appreciate it.
Thank you.